Hello guys, welcome back my YouTube channel. Let's learn English with Kashid. Today we are going to read a poem, British poetry. It's a romantic poems, and it is poem number 2 because in my previous video I have done poem number 1 is written by William Black. So the poem name is the chimney sweeper. And this poem is very short poem. It has only six stanza. So first, I'll tell you about the writer, William Black. William Black was an English romantic poet, painter, and engraver. His poetry is simple in language but very deep in meaning. He wrote about innocence, childhood, social injustice, and religious. Um, and best example of the chimney, it is also kind of innocence, song of innocence. And here is also. So now let's understand line by line these poems. In our first stanza, when my mother died, I was very young. The speaker says his mother died when he was a very small child, and my father scolded me while yet my tongue. His father called him to work as a chimney sweeper. Could scarcely cry, weep, weep, weep. He was so young he could not properly say sweep, sweep, sweep. Instead, cried weep, which also means cry. So your chimneys I sweep, and in short I sleep. He cleans chimney and sleeps in a dirty shoot. Um, it means the child's life is full of sadness and poverty. Now, second stanza. There is a little Tom Dackering and who cried when his head. Another boy, Tom Dackering, cries when his head is shaved. That cruel like a lamb's back was saved, so I said. His curly hair, soft like a lamb's wool was cut off. Hush, Tom, never mind it, for when you heads wear. The speakers comfort Tom, and that please don't mind it. You know that the shoot cannot spoil your white hair. Without hair, shoot will not dirty it. Meaning the boys tries to comfort each other. And now third and fourth stanza. Tom dreams of many chimney sweepers looked in black coffined, and angels comes with a bright key and sets them free. They run happily in green fields, wash in a river, and shine in the sun. Meanings the dream shows hope and freedom from suffering. Now, fifth stanza. The angel tells Tom that if he is a good boy, God will be his father and he will have joy. Religion gives them hope for a better life after death. Now, sixth stanza. Tom wakes up and goes to work in the cold morning. Even though life is hard, he feels happy because of his dream. Innocence and faith help him bear suffering. Here is explanations also, but in my way, in my opinions, what can be right here summary. So the lamp is a short poem from Songs of Innocence. In the poem, it is all about a small boy who works as a chimney sweeper. His mother is dead, and his father showed him when he was a very young. The boy has to clean chimney, which is a dangerous and unhealthy work. The speaker talks about another like boy Tom, who cries when his head is shaved at night. Tom that if he is good, God will him. When Tom wakes up and he feels hopeful, goes to work happily, believing that God will reward him. The poem shows that the innocence of children and how religion gives them false comfort, and while they suffer in real life. Here it's also Here is also written explanations. Hesitations gave a birth to this poem. An agitation in Black's times against the employment of children as a chimney sweepers. The agitators demanded the passing of laws against this inhuman practice. The speaker in this poem is a small child who is himself a chimney sweeper. Hence, the poet of view is that of an innocent child, and the child accepts without protest the appalling situation that he is caught in, the pathetic and sad state of a child who was sold to be used as a chimney sweeper even before he could learn to speak the word sweep. Sweep, weep in line 3 in child's lisping for a sweep correctly is heart rending. The pathos is reinforced when the speaker says that he sleeps in the shoot. Children are innocent and meek like lamps. The children who worked as chimney sweepers were saved. The implicit comparison is with the lamp showed of its wool. The meek lamp can't protest, it has to accept what is done to it. So like the lamp, the child also has to meekly accept. There is beating irony in line when the speaker says that the shoot of the chimney can't spoil a tonsured head. The spirit of expectations may be noted in Tom's dream in the third, fourth, and fifth stanza. A chimney sweeper is like a body in a coffin, as the child as the child is innocent, and angels sets him free so that he can wash himself clean and enjoy himself in he green plains in the sun. In the Tom's death dream, the angel tells him that he could enjoy endlessly if he is a good boy. God would be his father, his protector, but his is only a dream. When Tom woke up, it was a business as usual. They had to yet back to sweeping chimney. In spite of the cold and discomfort, Tom was happy because he had learned that doing his duty was its own reward. The conclusions of the poem is rather strange and unexpected, but the poem as a whole is an exposure of a bad and evil system in those days. And if I talk about the main idea, the poem shows a child labor, poverty, and suffering, but also the innocent faith of children in God. And if I talk about the themes of the chimney a sweeper, then or maybe symbols, then it's a symbols, chimneys, angels, dream. It is a Now let's talk about the conclusions. In Songs of Chimney, Innocence, the poem shows hope and faith through a child's simple mind. In Songs of Experience, Black shows a harsh reality and criticizing societies. William Blake uses very simple language but a strong attacks the cruelty of society towards poor children. It's literally a thought-provoking. So yeah, that's all in this video. So thank you so much.